Welcome to Real Talk Wellness. I'm so excited. Today we have a special guest. Her name is Aubry Turner. Welcome, Aubry. Yay.
Hello, Danny. Thanks for having me.
So happy and excited to have you here. Why don't you just first introduce yourself? Like, explain to the folks what it is that you do. What's your official title?
Hi, y'all. I'm Aubrey. As Danny said, I'm so excited to be here. Thank you so much for having me. You know what? I kind of bounce between titles, to be honest. I love being a chief nutrition officer. I love being a health coach. I love being a nutrition coach. So it kind of depends on where I'm speaking, which title I use. But in any event, I am a health coach who focuses on whole body health using nutrition as my biggest pillar. But honestly, nutrition is not nutrition's one of the pieces. We need all of the pieces, right? So I think that that's oftentimes why I gravitate to health coaching. And I love focusing on the guts. I love focusing on really big, intense gut issues that bloating, chronic fatigue, IBS symptoms, detox. I've been diving really deep into detoxification lately.
Mhm.
So I'm really involved in all of it. And I think what drew me mostly to the gut is I know that the title of today's Real Talk Wellness is Could It Be Your Gut? And the answer is yes. Whatever the question is, could it be your gut? The answer is yes. And I think that as science, as medicine, as technology moves forward, we are learning more and more about the gut's responsibility and role in whole body health, from our brain to our hormones, our energy, our sleep, our muscles, graceful aging. Again, all of it, right? Like, could it be your gut? Yes. And I love being in the forefront of helping people understand how influential their gut is when it comes to whole body health, and then working through it on a very personalized level.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. We like to call you our resident poopologist. We'll tell you why she has that name here shortly. You'll find that out. But tell us who you typically work with and the people that come to you, like why are they typically coming to you?
A lot of people come to me because the best way to probably say it is their doctors are not giving them the answers that make sense, the answers that correlate with how they're feeling. A lot of women come to me and say, "Oh, well, my doctor told me it was just stress. My doctor told me it was just being a mother. My doctor told me it was just perimenopause. My doctor said my labs look fine." And I'm like, "No, girl, no. Like, let's dive deeper into this. Let's connect some dots. Yeah, maybe it started as stress, but stress is going to have physiological implications. So what I mean by that is it's going to impact the way that your body functions eventually, right? Eventually, if we have chronic stress, it is going to impact how we function. It's specifically how our digestion functions. So
Mhm.
again, a lot of people are coming to me because they just can't seem to get healthy with modern health care. The time, the energy, the answers, the protocols have just not worked for them. And because I worked with all my clients on a one-on-one, private, personalized, targeted experience and way, we are able to zoom out to see the big picture, all of the signs and symptoms, when they started, how they started, where they started, so that we can figure out what is the root cause of these signs and symptoms.
Yeah, because I feel like, and maybe you can put some more color around this, but I feel like it a lot of times, could it be the gut? Yeah, it probably is the gut, but like it's hard to diagnose that. It's hard to narrow it down to the issue you're dealing with is in the gut, at least for typical modern medicine. Do you feel that way? Like, why is that?
That's a really good question. Why is that? Probably because the gut, let's say there is chaos, there is dysfunction within the gut, right? And it might impact our hormones. So now people are going to go to the endocrinologist, right? Let's say that it results in skin imperfections, skin blemishes, rashes. People might go to the allergist, people might go to the dermatologist, right? Let's say it results in some mental unwellness. People are going to go to a therapist, or right, they're going to
Mm,
go to a brain mind doctor, all of those doctors have a place, right? Every single day, doctors are saving lives, but those doctors are not necessarily taught to connect issues back to dysfunctions of the gut. So they're going to work through the skin, they're going to work through the brain, they're going to work through the hormones, and that is not healing the guts, which then to take that statement a little bit further, that's not healing the root cause.
right, right. And I think in this country, healthcare is and again, there's a place for it. We're not knocking it at all. We're grateful for all the healthcare providers that we have. But it really is it's not a holistic look at the body. If you go to an allergist, they're focused on, your ears, eyes, nose, and throat, right? So they're not looking at the body at a holistic level. Had that experience just with a little knee injury. I was like, nah, I'm gonna have to go to see someone a little bit more holistic so they can look at both. I like to have both perspectives, both, Western and a little bit more holistic, natural perspective, so you can kind of really get to the root cause. Because the root cause is how you fix the things. And you'll find, like, in just the little bit that I've learned, a lot of the people on this call, I assume, are connected with doTERRA. So doTERRA has a full line of products that are targeted for the gut. They have educated us quite a bit on gut, and just my experience and my education over the past few years, learning how deeply connected the gut is to your immune system, to direct connection to your mental health. Like, it's powerful. It definitely breeds this conversation. Like, we should be having this conversation.
Absolutely. I will say, I do think it's becoming more and more mainstream.
Yeah.
I do think that the studies are happening, the literature is coming out to talk about how influential the gut is. And again, even when it comes to healthy aging, disease prevention, the gut plays a major role in that as well. The different types of bacteria that we have, the good bacteria, the harmful bacteria, and the different roles that these bacteria, when it comes to health, the gut microbiome, so I describe that as being the whole environment, the whole neighborhood, all of the people, the houses, the schools, the cars, the trees, the whole neighborhood of the gut is is a very new health. Is a very new
Mhm, mhm,
science,
mhm,
right?
mhm. Yeah.
So we're still learning, we're still understanding, but I am very optimistic about where it's going, about the direction that we are going in.
That's awesome. I love it. So you work primarily focused on the gut, but holistic, support for folks. So what are some common things? We heard mental health, we heard hormones. Like, what are some common things that people are coming to you about, that are related to directly to the gut? And I think most of the people on this call are probably women, probably 35 and up. Things are starting to shift. Woo, ciao. So, like,
Yeah.
what are some of the things common that we're seeing in this phase in life that are traced back to the gut? Like, symptoms is what I'm asking.
So at the risk of repeating myself, I'm going to say you can come to me. I love focusing on the gut, and I'm going to tell you, yes, it is your gut. So any sign or symptom that you come to me, I'm like, let's talk about your gut. Are you pooping every day? Okay. Um, but the obvious things. Obviously chronic bloating, chronic fatigue. There's a very common phrase out there, you are what you eat.
Mm,
I respectfully challenge that. We are not what we eat, we are what we digest.
mhm,
Okay. So, and the easiest way to describe this is that we don't have pieces of chicken and blueberries flowing through our bloodstream, right? Like flowing through our body. We have the vitamins and the minerals and the fiber from that blueberry. We have the amino acids from that grilled chicken. We have to break down that food. We have to digest that food to get to those very small molecules of nutrition, right? To get the benefit from them. So I have a lot of women that are like, I'm eating all of the right things.
mm,
I'm always fatigued. I wake up tired. My sleep is terrible. I've been gaining weight. I have weight loss resistance, right? And let's work backwards. Are you digesting the food that you're eating, right? Malnourishment can come in any shape or size, is the truth.
mm,
It depends on your digestion. Um, Constipation is directly linked back to anxiety. And I think
mhm,
that on a very small level, we can all, hormones fluctuate. Hormones impact our bowel movement health, right? And so maybe it's been a day, maybe it's been 2 days, but we've all gone to the bathroom after a short window. We've gone to the bathroom and we've been like, oh my God, I feel so much better. Now that's just a short window, right? Imagine somebody who's not pooping for 4, 5, 6, 7 days at a time.
Woo,
Yeah, there's a lot of buildup. There's a lot of backup. And I'm not just talking about like the elimination, right? We are
right,
talking a
right.
gut, brain, mind, body
Mm, mm,
connection here
yes.
that it we're carrying a weight with us, you know?
Mm, mm,
So I can almost relate everything back to the gut because we have 70% of our immune system lives in our gut. Hormones are manufactured and balanced and regulated. Blood sugar is a huge one. We break down food, and food is how our body gets energy. So if
mhm.
we're not at the most basic level, if we are not adequately, thoroughly, effectively breaking down the food that we're eating, we are going to struggle.
Yeah. Woo, child, that was powerful. I gotta ask this question.
Yeah,
This is just, real talk wellness, right?
let's
What
do it. Let's
percent
do it.
what percentage of people do you believe, let's just stick with women, are not pooping on a daily? How often should we be pooping? Let's just put that out there. Let's start with that. How often should we be pooping?
Every single day. Every single day. I and it fluctuates. If you poop once a day and you feel good, I'm happy with that. We can poop up to 3 times a day and it's still considered healthy.
Mhm, mhm,
Anything more than that, we might have to have some chatter about, right? But we are looking for good, solid, formed, easy, odorless bowel movements,
mhm,
right? Real Talk Wednesday. There's not a lot of wiping that has to happen. It's
mhm,
not a sticky poo. That is what we are looking for. Again, listen, life is gonna life. We have acute stressors all over us, all around us. It's 2026. So let's be very realistic.
mhm,
Traveling is going to implicate this. Certain foods are going to. Um, Hormones change, right? Whether we are still having regular cycles or whether there are fluctuations, right? In perimenopause, hormones impact our bowel movement health. Ideally, we are pooping every 24 hours.
mhm. What percentage of people in your opinion, do you think are actually doing that?
That's you know what? I am going to struggle to even estimate that. I would say, though, of the people that I work with, maybe when we start working together, maybe 20% of the
Wow.
people that I am working with have good bowel movement health.
Mhm,
Um, Yeah, it's low, especially for women, right? We're sensitive and it's part of our superpower and I love it, right?
Mm-hmm.
But we are busy. We are go, go, go. We are hard on ourselves. And all of this relates back, to being a little bit, the body is sensitive, the body knows when there's stress around us
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
and things change.
So good. So helpful. So good. So if someone is watching this on the replay or here with us live and they're thinking, I poop once a week, or I have all of these symptoms and I don't, maybe it is my gut. Like, what are a few simple things, simple, practical things that they can start doing right now?
So, first, I would talk about the lowest hanging fruit is going to be probably three different things. It's going to be gentle movement. I don't mean exercise. I mean some slow stretching or some slow yoga, some walking, gentle movement, right? When our physical body moves, our insides move as well. Okay. Want to make sure that you are adequately hydrated as well. Just listen, I have three cups. I have two water bottles right next to me right now and a cup on the side. Like always have your water bottle with you, always staying hydrated. And what is your fiber looking like? Okay. Your fruits, your vegetables, seeds, chia seeds, nuts, avocados are beautiful in fiber. Okay. So it's also, those are probably the three easiest lowest hanging fruits that honestly can make a huge difference for people. Just adding some blueberries to your breakfast, adding some avocado to your lunch, staying hydrated. A lot of the health that I love working with, and don't get me wrong, I use supplements. We go very high level. I use functional blood work. I connect dots. I do stool testing. Yeah, I have the whole shebang, but I don't want to, what is that expression? I don't want to count the chickens before they hatch. Let's always bring it back down to basic health.
Right.
We
Right.
cannot right? We cannot out supplement some very foundational um, health strategies.
Yes, because supplement, right? We
Exactly.
have to be fueling
Exactly.
our bodies. So Aubrey is not affiliated with doTERRA, just a heads up. She's not yet. She's not
Not, not
affiliated with
yet.
doTERRA. And that's why I wanted her here because we love doTERRA products. We have a ton of products that are very focused on the gut. And those have been incredibly helpful for me and so many other people. However, when we look at doTERRA's wellness pyramid, the most foundational thing we can do is have good nutrition and good digestion, right? And so it's what we're putting into our bodies, right? It's not, I mean, it might help, but we're not getting to the root of the problem if we're fried food eating, eating the fried food and eating the typical standard American diet on a regular basis and then using supplements to try to offset that. Like, how much better will you feel with those supplements worth when you're giving your body the fuel and the nutrients that it needs, right?
I love everything that you just said. I love the way that you explain the doTERRA pyramid, which I'm like obsessed with that, right? They are an essential oil and supplement company, and still the bottom of their pyramid is, you said digestion, I think, and nutrition.
Yeah.
That is so spot on. And I love the body, and I find the body to be so remarkably resilient and so remarkably self-healing, right? It is never too late. We are never too old. You are never too far gone to improve the way that you feel. And everybody deserves to live in a body that feels good. And I believe that it is possible and that foundation, but we have to do our role in that.
Mm-hmm.
We have to create the space there's that quote out there, you can't heal in the same environment that made you sick.
Mm.
And so, yes, that's true for the external environment, but it's also true for the internal environment as well. We got to clean up things within the gut, within the digestion, within the liver, within the bile. Oh, we could go so deep into it, right? Within the stomach. We got to clean up things to give our, in this case, very specific case, to give our GI tract, to give our gastrointestinal area the ability to heal, the ability to be resilient.
So powerful. I love it so, so, so much. So, okay, but we are, most of us here love essential oils. We love a good supplement to support. How do you see those working? I mean, we understand that it's a supplement to all the other things that we're doing. I love the low hanging fruit. That's three things you can go to the grocery store right now and do, right? And what I love about doTERRA is they have so many things to help with that. We've got the VMG plus, we've got the electrolytes to make drinking water easier. But so how do you see people maybe incorporating their essential oils, and like what types of supplements should they be on the lookout for if they're having some gut issues?
Sure, of course. So I think that there is a digestive enzyme supplement that I know doTERRA has.
Mm.
And something like that is when it comes to supplement use, that is a low hanging, very easy digestive health supplement to take. Digestive enzymes. Enzymes are in our stomach that help us begin the breakdown of food, right? And if we think about a top down approach, with the stomach being the highest place in our gut, in our physical gut, the mouth is first. Let me correct because I'm such a geek about this. I want to make sure that I say the science right. Okay. We begin to break down food in our mouth. We begin to actually break down carbohydrates in our mouth. And then we swallow food. It goes down our esophagus. The first place it hits within the gut region is the stomach. This is where the enzymes are powerful. There's a lot, again, those enzymes are sensitive. So, poor diet, stressors, and a lot of other things can impact the quality and the quantity of the enzymes that we have. So taking some digestive enzymes with the food that you're eating is going to help your body break down the food that you're eating, which is going to add less stress to your digestion, and you're also going to be able to break down your food more to get to the vitamins, the minerals, the fatty acids, the amino acids, which is going to help everything, your brain, your muscles, your gut, your hormones, right? Your immune system. That is so, I love the digestive enzymes. And there is a fish oil supplement, omega-3 fish oil supplement. I also think that this is a beautiful, well-rounded, brain to toe, skin outside to inside nutrient that 90% of Americans at least can supplement,
Yeah.
can benefit from supplementing.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. This is so good. We're almost out of time for our interview. I have so many more questions, but we're going to open it up for the Q&A here in just a
Of
second. So
course.
what I want people to know is if they are like, I need help. It's bad. I haven't pooped in, 2 weeks. I have, it happens, right? That, and they
Yes.
need more hands-on help. How can you help them? What kind of services do you offer? Tell them about the poop test.
The poop test. So I work with all of my clients one on one, and I offer poop testing. So it's stool testing, and it's such an amazing test. We are using the latest cutting edge technology to dissect. I don't actually do the dissecting of the poop, but we send it off to the lab and it dissects your poop. And we get a breakdown of the gut microbiome, how effective it is, how efficient it is, the bacteria makeup of your gut. What does the good bacteria look like?
Mm,
What does the harmful bacteria look like? And they are now able, again, because these tests are so amazing and they are updating themselves. I love the company that I work with. And there's bacteria that is directly connected to constipation, to anxiety,
mm,
to histamine production. So if you are
mm.
somebody like, oh, I think that histamines is a problem for me, let's take a stool test. Let's figure it out and let's see if that's what it is. We have liver markers, we have digestive enzyme markers, we have bile health markers. So all of these different things to really work into when it comes to grabbing a magnifying glass and going deep into gut health, but also whole body health and wellness.
Right.
If that's a little bit too deep for you, I work with my clients on a monthly basis. Again, everything is one-on-one. We do food, mood, and poop journaling. We are going to factor in movement and food and nutrition and diet and habits and hydration and sunlight and sleep and
Mm,
all of the things. Um, Again, I think that the body is amazing. And I don't say that. I don't use all of these examples of the umbrella of health and wellness to scare people. I use it
right.
as an empowering method because there are so many things that we can pull from. I don't expect perfection anywhere. We are humans and we are
Mm,
perfectly imperfect. So when we are able to use all of these different levers to improve how we feel, we can figure out the ones that work best
yeah.
for my clients. Again, because
Mm.
it's one on one, it's private, it's specific, it's personalized. So, which tools work best for you? And I'm going to walk hand in hand and help you figure out how to build your toolbox.
I love it so much. I love it so, so, so much. For those of us that maybe feel like we need that help, but for those of us that are helping other people, what a beautiful offering that we have in our partnership with Aubry. So really quickly before we open it up for Q&A, the people watching the recording probably want to know this as well. Can you give us an idea of the investment to get a stool test done and to review the results? Like, could you give us a little bit of an idea of that?
Of course, of course. So the stool test, there are two different levels. The entry level stool test is going to be 250-ish, and the upper level to go very in depth is going to be 350-ish. And I will work with you to figure out A, that's an investment, right? A, is that something that we need to do? I actually just talked a client out of it the other day because I was like, there's so much that we can do before
Mm,
going into that investment. Okay.
mm,
So I
mm.
can work with you to figure out which level of testing you need. And then the result is 150, the results analysis. So the payment is straight to the company, and then the 150 is for the results analysis and our 75-minute session to go over everything. I don't believe in gatekeeping. I don't believe in any of that stuff. I want you to spread your wings. I want you to know how
Mm,
to take care of your
mm,
body,
mm,
and I'm here
mm.
for it.
This is why I love her. This is why I love her. Thank you so, so, so much. Of course, everybody wants to know how they can get in touch. So Aubry is on Instagram at nutritionist Aubry
Yeah, perfect.
at
Yeah.
nutritionist Aubry. Let me put it in the chat.
Yeah.
Nutrition. Aubry,
And
you
that's
put it in the
also,
chat because I might spell it wrong.
of course, it took me a minute to spell nutritionist too. I'm gonna be very honest. That's also my website too, is www.nutritionistaubrey.com. So
Perfect. And I will also, when we send, so hopefully everybody here registered for this call. If you didn't, you still have time to go register for it. And so tomorrow we will send out the replay as well as Aubry's contact information so that you can connect with her if you or your clients are looking for some additional support. Thank you so, so, so much, Aubry, for taking the time. And to everybody here that's watching the replay and that joined us live. Thank you so much. We wish you all well, and we'll see you next month for Real Talk Well.
thanks so much, Danny. Thanks so much, y'all. This was a pleasure.